What's going on, guys? GhostJunk here with another video, this time on the Turtle Wow Druid quest chains, Swift Travel Form, and Wolfsheart. The Swift Travel Form is a medium-length quest chain and is an excellent alternative for Druids than purchasing epic riding. It is also a quest that will require some materials in order to finish. If you wanted to, you could farm out all the materials required for this quest chain and not spend any gold at all. The Wolfsheart quest chain is a short quest that is essentially for any bear or cat druids who use shifting as a part of their rotation or enjoy PvP. We'll start with the Swift Travel Form quest, and as a heads up, required materials are 20 Bright Dream Shards, 10 Dream Hide, 6 Dream Thread, and 20 Greater Dreamless Sleep Potions. The quest begins in Moonglade with Loganar, a Druid trainer. This starter quest requires you to head to Hyjal and speak with Archdruid Dreamwind, and he will ask you to locate a disturbance near Dark Hollow Pass. The keyword being near, as the location of this disturbance is the same spot as the Hyjal feather you would need for the Karazhan 40-man attunement quest. Speak to the Shadowed Spectre that takes the form of a white stag. After that, head back to Dreamwind for Turn-In. Then teleport to Moonglade and go speak to Keeper Remulus, who is located on the western side of Moonglade. You'll need 20 Bright Dream Shards to complete this quest, and then pick up the next one from Remulus. You'll then be required to slay some named NPCs. First, in Winterspring, locate a cave very close to Everlook and locate a wild moonkin named Venethas. You'll need at least 3 people to defeat this elite mob, as he has a large health pool, hits hard, and often heals himself. With 3 people, it is very doable, but will take a little time to defeat him. Loot the body and grab the crystalline ray of moonlight. Next, you'll have to head to Ashenvale on the northeastern side, near where one of the dragons of Nightmare spawn. Locate Dreamstalker and defeat him. You could do this dragon with a group of 3 as well, and should go much smoother as he is not as much of a pain as Venethas. Loot the body and grab the Burrow of Cenarius. Lastly, you'll need to head into Emerald Sanctum and slay Solnius. You'll need to do the attunement quest chain to enter this raid, so make sure to check out my attunements video so that you're able to enter the raid and continue this quest chain. This raid is done very often, and usually you can find a pug, so you should not have an issue getting into the raid to defeat Solnius. Make sure to loot Solnius before you leave the raid, and collect the Jade Scale of the Dreamer. Head back to Remulus for Turn-In and grab the next one. At this point, you'll need to cleanse the spirit of the Shadowed Spectre, so you'll need a group for this part. At least 5 is recommended, however, it was built for a small-sized raid. I was fortunate enough to have around 10 people who were also on the same quest or willing to help out. Be mindful, as the spirit has a formidable amount of health. He is able to do knockbacks, fears, and shadow volleys. In a confined space, it is easy to get thrown off the ledge, so I recommend pulling him back towards the mountain away from the cliffs. After defeating the Shadowed Spectre, make sure to loot the body to grab Malorn's Spirit Fragment. Head back to Remulus to turn in and grab the next one. Next, you'll head to Feralas and head over to the north side, where one of the Dragons of Nightmare spawn. Located near the packs of Dragonkin mobs, there are large Viridian mushrooms that you'll need to collect. After you grab 10 of them, you're all done in this area. To finish off this quest chain, you need to grab the additional items I mentioned earlier. If you want to take your time with the quest, you can farm out all the materials you would need to make the items. However, if you were to buy them on the auction house, you'll likely spend around 200 to 300 gold at the current upload of this date. You'll need 10 Dream Hide, 6 Dream Thread, and 20 Greater Dreamless Sleep Potions. Take all these items along with your collected mushrooms and teleport back to Moonglade and see Remulus to turn in and grab the next one. Remulus will give you a cloak and then ask you to head to the hinterlands. You and a friend, or a second account, need to go to the north side of the zone to the subzone called Seradane, where one of the Dragons of Nightmare spawn. At that location, you'll need to head further north up a hill past the Dragonkin pack, and on the left you'll notice what appears to be a dragon skeleton and grave guarded by a large Dragonkin NPC. Thankfully, you don't actually have to defeat this mob. Equip the cloak and then shift into cat form. Stealth as close to the brazier as possible. Then have your friend or second account, while mounted, aggro the mob and run away. This will allow you to use the incense and summon the dragon you need to speak to. He just has some dialogue, so skip through it as quickly as possible and you'll have completed the quest. After that, run away to leave combat. Teleport back to Moonglade and speak with Remulus. Turn it in and grab the final quest. You will receive a Dreamsight gem. Head over to Duskwood, where a Dragon of Nightmare spawns. There should be a stag NPC named Malorn standing there already. If not, use the Dreamsight gem you got from the earlier quest, and Malorn should appear. Speak to Malorn and he will summon the Nightmare Pursuer for you. This mob has incredibly strong melee hits, so tanking him is not an option. Best case scenario, if you have a friend who is a frost mage, get them to help out, as this enemy can be slowed and rooted. You'll likely need a healer too, but his spells don't hit for as much as his melee strikes do. After a few minutes of kiting around, you should have him down, and after that, go back and speak to Malorn. He will grant you with the spell Swift Travel Form, and now you are finally able to turn into a stag that allows you 100% speed. Having this form is hugely helpful, especially if your druid is your farming character. You don't need to drop form to loot herbs or mine out in the world. There is now a new quest chain after getting your Swift Travel Form. This chain gives you the ability to allow other characters to ride on your back as if you are a mount. Speak with Loganar to start this chain, and then head over to this new NPC, Rethivus. He wants to test your strength, and this is a fight you must do alone. Any outside help will reset this fight and you will have to start it again. This is extremely important as this fight is not easy at all. Not only can you not have any help, but if you are a druid who is a little undergeared or maybe not super good at being a druid, this fight will test you. Rethivus will start the encounter and shift into a drake. His auto attacks are bearable, but what you need to be concerned about are his poison breath, which drains mana, does damage, and can stack, as well as his curse that will stun you for a few seconds if the debuff reaches 0. He also summons a Dragakin to assist him called the Emerald Retainer, which makes Rethivus immune to all crowd control effects. When you start the encounter, you need to immediately hibernate the Emerald Retainer and refresh that every 30 seconds or so. Cast Entangling Roots to keep Rethivus in place to give you some distance. You need to use Abolish Poison on yourself as soon as you can and decurse yourself as much as possible. In addition to his spells, Rethivus can do a mini enrage, increasing his attack and movement speed by 100%, and will become a massive threat. He can also put himself to sleep at random times during this fight to give you a short break. While he is asleep, those are your moments to cast 3 Wrath spells and then reroute him to prevent him from moving. Every so often, fairy darters will also be summoned that will cast acid spray on you that slow your movement, attack speed, and casting speed. They have very low health but can cause problems for you if you leave them up. Use line of sight to get them to come to you, and then use Moonfire to slay them quickly. Make sure you are within melee range of their death, as they will give you a mana and health regen debuff to assist you in this fight. Rinse and repeat that until Rethivus is defeated. This battle is a slow burn, and in order for me to do this fight successfully, I had to change my balanced talent tree, use different pieces of gear, and use a few consumables to make this bearable and borderline achievable. By far, nature protection potions were the most beneficial consumable as the amount of nature damage was excessive. During this fight, I used 4 nature potions, with one of those being right at the start of the fight. I was even downranking spells to conserve mana, and this clip you're seeing here is my 5th attempt at it. This is the talent build I used for this battle. And here are some of the gear pieces I used to make it easier on myself. After you finally win, speak to Rethivus and he will reward you with the Tome of the Wild Ride. This appears as a spell in your book and allows a party member to ride you like a mount. This is especially helpful if you have another account and you want to go somewhere easily without having to worry about losing a followed character, and assist other characters in trying to level quickly with the help of your higher level druid. The next Druid-specific quest is the Wolfsheart quest chain that allows you to enchant any helm with this very unique Druid-only enchant. You'll also need some material items for this quest chain as well. 10 Bright Dream Shards, 10 Living Essences, and 1 large Brilliant Shard. Head over to the Great Cat Spirit in Moonglade on the south side of the zone. The beginning quest is called Stolen Ferocity, and you'll be required to locate the Fang of Loresh. Head to Fellwood and locate the Shadow Hold. Head inside and stealth your way down to the bottom of the tunnel. You can follow this path that I'm taking so you won't get lost. You may need to slay the Dreadlord demon that is present. Locate the sealed barrow trunk, and inside will be the Fang of Laresh for you to take. Head back to Moonglade to the Great Cat Spirit to turn it in and grab the next one. You'll need to donate some materials to the Great Cat Spirit for him to help you. Your spirit will ask for 10 Bright Dream Shards, 10 Living Essences, and 1 large Brilliant Shard. Turn those in and grab the next one. Head to Telebim and locate the Dark Spirit of Laresh. Slay it and then teleport back to Moonglade to turn it in. After that, the Great Cat Spirit will do a ritual of some kind, and then the quest chain is done. And you'll be rewarded with a Gift of Ferocity. This is a helm enchant that will allow you to generate 5 rage when shifting to bear form and 20 energy when shifting into cat form. This is useful for anyone who is a bear tank, cat DPS druid, or anyone who enjoys PvP. Should you get an upgraded piece in the future, you can speak to the Spirit of Laresh next to the Great Cat Spirit and exchange 3 Bright Dream Shards for a Gift of Ferocity. This is a repeatable quest, so it will always be available in the future for you. I hope you enjoyed these Druid-specific quest chains. Hopefully this encourages you to maybe even roll a Druid, as all the changes they have made to this class on Turtle WoW are largely positive changes, and this class is incredibly fun to play. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.